Hey guys, we're in Westport, Kentucky, and we have been hearing a bunch of stuff from the Lord on the ride up here. We've been hearing lots of that there's wisdom and there's revelation in colors. And as soon as we got here, we got to the river and we heard to come out here, and there's just a bunch of just new colors popping up from the spring. So there's expectancy here, and there's just also new life happening here.
Hey guys, we're in Westport, Kentucky in Oldham County. So we did communion along the river, and then after that we came by this little country store and just got some ice cream this afternoon. And I kept seeing a softball player. So Rachel engaged with the cashier, who is a high school student, and asked her, are you a softball player? What do you do? And she's a senior in high school and mentioned that she's on the track league. So we were able to just encourage her and say, we see you as a leader on your team and all those things. I think one lesson that we did learn was that there was multiple workers in the store, and maybe the softball player wasn't exactly for her, but maybe one of the other workers. So again, we learned how to listen to the Spirit, how to engage the people. It may feel awkward, or we may not be spot on all the time, but everything's done out of love and out of purpose to let people know that Jesus is alive and that God knows and loves his children throughout the world. I kind of felt the Holy Spirit tell us to stop by this person's house. I noticed when we drove past it towards Westport, there was an older woman that was working outside, like pulling weeds or something. So when we stopped by, her initial reaction was, "Are you Jehovah's Witnesses? Like, we don't need that here. We don't need that here." And I think for us, that kind of signified that as we're going along and talking to people, not to be pushy. Like, the Lord doesn't push himself into our lives and make us obey him. He doesn't push his love on us. So we actually just told them, we're not Jehovah's Witnesses. They mentioned they go to the Baptist church on the road. And really, we just talked. I told him I was a Nazarene. Yeah.
I was also a rep Nazarene.
Yeah, and Winston, the older gentleman, said he grew up Nazarene. So there was a small connection there. And they allowed us to talk to him for, 15, 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And they actually told us, stop by anytime you want, and we'll see you later. So I think that just proves that sometimes just a conversation is just a touch of what the Lord wants to do.
Yeah. I think there's also significance of building relationships with these people. I think that's what we're learning is when you make this initial connection, people want the relationship built.
Yeah.
It's not just let me just pray for you. It's actually building a connection and a relationship with these counties.
In a deep way.
Yeah.
Here's my offering. You can have it all. Oh, you can have it all.
And I know that it's often talked about, that's not a generational thing. It's not a millennial thing that just wants relationship. Mm-hmm. I think it just proves that it's an intergenerational thing, that people crave to know other people in an intimate way. And even that's what the Lord wants to do for us in our lives. So we marked their address. We're just maybe send them a letter later on saying, thanks for letting us even talk to you, engage with you.
And encourage them.
And I think it's encouraging for us too that someone lets us on their property.
Yeah.
And not kick us off directly.
Yeah.
So there's a part of us too, at least for me, that we want to get all these conversations on video, and that is not the most important thing. Kentucky needs, a reckoning, and it just looks differently in each place that we go.
You're